Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you. It's so nice to be here. It's nice to just be out of the house for me, really. Oh boy, what a lovely town. Back in London, I live with my mum, my dad, my granddad, my uncle, my cousin, and my niece, because apparently I'm fucking Charlie Bucket. One person clapping. That's how I'm gonna get you, one by one, okay? It'll be a long night. It's tough living with my fucking parents because I'm an only child, which is terrible, by the way. People with siblings tend to assume that being an only child is great, but it's not. Because as an only child, you have to come to the conclusion that you are the lesson your parents learned. Well, you just love to clap, don't you? See, I know that my parents will look at me in the same way that they'd look at, like, a hastily purchased New Year's exercise bike. Not as enthusiastic about this as I thought we'd be, really. Keep it in the shed? Keep it in the shed, I think. Yeah. It's good stuff. I come from London originally. I come from South London, which is nice. It's getting very gentrified recently, I can tell, because my dealers joined LinkedIn. And all my friends, I've been really looking forward to this. First time I've been to Australia, but all my friends seem to think it's like it's going to be great for me, like romantically, which is not, because I'm a perpetually single man. In fact, by the way, the fact that I'm like been single for so long hit me like a ton of bricks recently, because I'm young, I live in the city, and I have a really cool job. So the only reason I'm single is like deep-seated character flaws, which sucks to realise. Also, I don't really like the landscape of dating. Now, I don't like dating apps. Tinder makes me feel like Sisyphus, but if he'd been pushing his own cock up the hill. There's only so many conversations I could pretend to give a fuck about with somebody who's listed their only interests as food and travel. It's like, oh my God, I also don't want to starve to death in a shithole. We have so much in common. Wow, it's crazy. Also, online dating is too first impressions aesthetic based for me. I've got like quite a weird look. I recently lost a lot of weight, not on purpose. I just stopped being able to afford as much food, and the accidental weight loss has left me with this weird mix of chubby and skinny at the same time. Like, I'm like the only guy I know that has visible ribs and tits. My upper body looks like a walrus trying to get up a ladder. Nobody's swiping on that. Who wants to fuck that? I feel like I look like what you get if you smashed all the Beastie Boys together into one guy. But for it to look like me, you'd have to include the dead one. Okay. That's the line, apparently. All right. Note on my hand, they really love the Beastie Boys in Australia. Okay. Also, I'm not very good at flirting. It makes me feel very cringy and self-conscious because praise is not in the masculine vocabulary, as we all know. And it's just like, I was flirting with someone recently on a first date, and they were being very forward, and I wasn't very comfortable, and she was like talking a lot about my human penis, and I was trying to shut it down. I was like, no, it's fucked. You don't want anything to do with that. I told her it looked like a month-old helium balloon at a car crash memorial. You know Harry Potter, where Dumbledore's hand gets all fucked from the curse? Ugh. Then we were kind of like fucking around later on, doing that really awkward new person sex, and she was kind of messing about with it like she was trying to peel a squash or something. And she goes, oh, it's all right, actually, which isn't what you want to hear. Because it's not like it's the only time anyone has sort of complimented or nearly complimented anything below my neck, and I didn't like it because it's not anything I've had anything to do with, you know? If you want to make me feel nice, like, compliment my comedy, because that's something I've worked on. That's my fault. When she was like, oh, you've got a nice dick, what I heard was, your dad must have a lovely dick. Oh, my compliments to the chef. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys are great. I'll see you later.